everybody. Myself, Dr. Vishwa Rajlal, Faculty of Biotechnology, Jamshedpur Women's College, Jamshedpur. Today we will discuss about human excretory systems, nephrons. In this we will discuss about introductions, definitions, uh, three basic process, uh, glomerular filtrations, tubular reabsorptions, tubular secretions, then structures of nephrons, Malpighian's body and secretory tube, and after that secretory tubes divides into proximal convoluted tubule, Henle's loops, distal convoluted tubule, and lastly, uh, by the help of structure and position, nephrons are divided into two types: cortical nephrons and juxtamedullary nephrons. Then start introductions. Nephrons. Nephrons are the functional unit of kidneys. Each nephron consists of two parts: a renal corpuscle where blood plasma is filtered, and a renal tubule into which the filtrate fluid passes. The two components of a renal corpuscle are the glomerulus and the glomerular capsule, a double-walled epithelial cup that surrounds the glomerular capillaries. Blood plasma is filtered in the glomerular capsule, and then the filtered fluid passes into the renal tubule. The renal tubule consists of a proximal convoluted tubule, loop of Henle's, and digester convoluted tubule. Convoluted means the tubule is tightly coiled rather than straight. The distal convoluted tubules of several nephrons empty into a single collecting duct. Collecting ducts then unite and conveys into several hundred large papillary ducts which drain into the minor calyces. The collecting ducts and papillary ducts extend from the renal cortex through the renal medulla to the renal pelvis. In a nephron, the loop of Henle connects the proximal and distal convoluted tubules. The first part of the loop of Henle dips into the renal medulla, where it is called the descending limb of the loop of Henle. It then makes that hairpin turn and returns to the renal cortex as the ascending limb of the loop of Henle. About 80 to 85% of the nephrons are cortical nephrons. Their renal corpuscles lie in the outer portion of the renal cortex, and they have short loops of Henle that lie mainly in the cortex and penetrate only into the outer region of the renal medulla. The outer 15 to 20% of the nephrons are juxtamedullary nephrons. Their renal corpuscles lie deep in the cortex close to the medulla, and they have a long loop of Henle. To produce urine, nephrons and collecting ducts perform three basic processes: glomerular filtrations, tubular reabsorptions, and tubular secretions. Glomerular filtrations is the first step of urine production. Water and most solutes in blood plasma move across the wall of glomerular capillaries into the glomerular capsule and then into the renal tubule. In tubular reabsorptions, as filtrate fluid flows along the renal tubule and through the collecting duct, tubule cells reabsorb about 99% of the filtrate water and many useful solutes. In tubular secretions, as fluid flows along the renal tubule and through the collecting duct, the tubule and duct cells secretes other materials such as waste, drugs, and excess ions into the fluid. So each kidney is composed of a large number of uriniferous tubules which are called nephron. Each nephron is the functional unit of kidney. In normal adult man, Each kidney is made up of about 1 million nephrons, each capable of forming urine. After the age of 40 years, the number of functioning nephrons usually decrease about 10% every 10 years. Thus, at the age of 80 years, many people have 40% fewer functioning nephrons than they did at the age of 40 years. Next, we come to uh, structures of nephrons. Structure of nephron. Each nephrons can be divided into two parts: Malpighian's body and secretory tubules. In Malpighian's body, it is composed of Bowman's capsule and glomerulus. The Bowman's capsule is a cup-like structure which is situated at the proximal end of uniferous tubule, while the glomerulus is the bunch of blood capillaries situated in the cavity of Bowman's capsule. The outer wall of Bowman's capsule is composed of flattened epithelial cells. The inner investrinated wall that lines the concavity of the cup is composed of a special type of less flattened cells called podocytes. The podocytes bear finger-like projections which intertwine around capillaries of the glomerulus. The neck part of the nephron is lined with ciliated epithelial cells. Each glomerulus is formed by the union of afferent arteriole and efferent arterioles. The afferent arterioles brings the blood into glomerulus, while the efferent arterioles carries the blood from the glomerulus. These capillaries have a high hydrostatic pressure, that is about 60 mmHg. The glomerular capillaries are covered by epithelial cells. Next, we come to our secretory tubes. The part of uniferous tubule which lies behind the Bowman's capsule is called secretory tubule. This part is in the form of a long, narrow and coiled duct which is divided into three parts: proximal convoluted tubules, Henle's loops and distal convoluted tubules. The first, proximal convoluted tubule, it arises from Bowman's capsule and forms some coils near the capsule itself and proceed backward. It goes to medullary part of kidney. After becoming more narrow, the coil part of PCT lies in the cortex. Next, in Henle's loop, this part of secretory tubule lies in the renal medulla of the kidney. It forms a U-turn with the help of ascending limb and descending limb. The walls of the descending limb and the lower end of ascending limb are very thin and therefore are called thin segment of loop of Henle. After ascending loop has returned part of the way back to the cortex, its wall becomes thick like that of other parts of the tubular systems and is therefore called thick segment of the ascending limb. At the end of thick ascending limb is a short segment known as muscula densa. Muscula densa plays an important role in regulating nephron function. Beyond the macula densa, fluid enters the distal tubule which lies in the renal cortex. This is followed by collecting tubule. Next, distal convoluted tubule, DCT. It is the last part of the long tubule which becomes coiled immediately after descending loop. Beyond this coil, it is not coiled and unites with collecting tubules. Several collection tubules unite together to form a common collecting duct. The common collecting duct opens into pelvis where urine is stored, and from here it goes to ureter. In each kidney there are about 250 very large collecting ducts, each of which collecting urine from about 4,000 nephrons. According to their structure and positions, the nephrons are of two types. First, cortical nephrons, and second is juxtamedullary nephrons. Cortical nephrons, these have glomeruli located in outer cortex. they have short loops of Henle and that penetrate only a short distance into the medulla. Next, juxtamedullary nephrons. These have glomeruli that lie deep in the renal cortex near the medulla and are called juxtamedullary nephrons. These have long loops of Henle that deeply into the medulla. So this is about nephrons. Thank you.